Bear Podcast 432, Where the Bears Are. Just makes you all fuzzy inside.
So was it all lube? What kind of lube? Okay, are you ready?
But but in the picture that he's got on, it looks like he's got a bear.
I got to see lots of bears playing.
What? You mean you didn't have your podcast equipment with you?
It's actually plants killing zombies. Would it be better to go there and then get sick afterwards? Well,
I don't know. It depends on what you get sick with. Me and James have a lot in common. We're both pasty white. That bear problem. Don selling his thong. Having it auctioned off, I think he got $150 just for his thong.
Your question of the week.
The second question of the week.
Oh, really? You want instant gratification?
Yeah, those bears get around. Everybody knows everybody in this world.
Welcome, everyone, to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I am Ray. And this is episode 432.
432. Thank you for joining us. We are a podcast based here in Houston, Texas. And so how are you, Ray?
I am not ready for Isaac, so hopefully he does not hit here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right now, as we record this, Hurricane Isaac is coming in towards it's in the Gulf now, right?
It's in the Gulf, I think. It's supposed to be taking the same path as Katrina is what they got it mapped out so far.
Yeah. And my husband, is in New Orleans right now, and he says he's going to ride it out. He's not going to evacuate. Right. Okay.
Well, it's only a Category 1.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's just very windy. It's not.
Yeah, so good luck to my hubby. Be careful over there, out there.
You got the insurance made out to you, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, okay, good.
Life insurance ready.
Life insurance, good. That's all that matters.
Okay. So how about some weekend updates?
So what did you do this weekend,
Actually, this weekend, pretty much almost nothing except for Friday. We did get to go to...
You were naked in the pool.
I was not.
You were naked in the pool.
I tried.
Dave, wasn't he naked in the pool?
In the hot tub?
No,
in the pool.
Oh. No, I didn't see him get
naked.
Nobody got naked. Nobody got naked in the pool.
I know, that's what everybody was bitching about. Why
wasn't anyone naked?
And I was like, well, if you're that worried about it, why don't you get naked? Oh, no, I'm too shy. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
There was some touching going on, maybe.
There's touching is fine, I guess.
I don't know if I saw any nudity, per se.
Well, it was kind of dark after 9 o'clock, so it's kind of hard to tell what was going on in that corner Maynard was in.
Isn't it weird that the pool party we go to where no one gets naked, people mess around in the pool, and the pool party we go to where everyone gets naked, no one touches anyone?
Mm-hmm. I guess that happens. No one can hear you, right? I don't think you can be heard. Anyway, in studio right now is our friend Dave. So he's behind the camera there.
Yeah. He's asleep on the couch with that interview.
Yeah, so...
make this a little crazy for me and lighten it up.
Yeah, we just actually did a... last Friday, like I said, we were... we did a birthday party for Brady, our friend Brady. So happy 40th.
And she's flashing through here. She's the one that's going, fabulous.
That's right.
She is so gay.
She's so gay. Barry's got a number 40 on his...
There she is, see?
There he is.
Gay hands.
Happy birthday, Brady. Okay, so that's pretty much our Friday. And how's your move? Ray here is moving from one place to another.
I'm done. The move is done.
The move is done. Okay.
Most of the weekend was spent unpacking, cutting grass. I cut grass for the first time in years.
Oh, really? Okay.
And edged. It felt awesome. I was like, man, I hadn't done yard work in forever, and this is actually kind of cool to do this.
You can come to my house if you want.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, but if I give it a year, by this time next year, I'll be getting yard of the month over there. So yeah. But it's nice to be back in a house. So.
That's good to have a house
instead of
it's a very gay Asian house for a bear.
For two bears.
For two bears. It's a very gay Asian house.
Wayne has walked into the house and said, this is more Asian than most Asian households.
Is your roommate a bear?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I should have come visit then.
The artwork are all like Buddha stuff or some Indonesian type. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But it's
very Asian themed.
It's very Asian themed. You
described
for
him
a
as
bear.
Like a fancy gay, so I didn't think he was a bear.
That's
No,
right.
he's a big old fancy gay bear.
Okay, so
I don't think he considers himself a bear, so to speak.
Oh, your roommate? Yeah. Okay. All right. So actually, this is a special episode. It's a long episode. Actually, we have We have two guests. Actually, they're from Where the Bears Are. If you guys have been watching Where the Bears Are, on Vimeo or YouTube, and they have a lot of hits right now. And we had Ben Zook and his partner Joe Dietl, right? Did they say it right? Dietl? Yeah, so they play Nelson and Wood. Wood is the taller guy.
And Nelson is one that gets to lay and rub all over Hot Toddy.
Yes, Ian. Hot Toddy in the beginning.
His real name. I'm jealous. I'm so damn jealous.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
I would. Ugh.
Okay. So here's our interview with Ben and Joe to talk about where the bears are.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice butt.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what's your number?
Can I buy you a beer? Do you work out a lot? Do you come here often? Woof, what a bear.
Welcome to BearPodcast, everyone. This is Nard.
And this is Ray.
And joining us today are the stars of Where the Bears Are, Ben Zook and Joe Dietl. Welcome, Ben and Joe.
Hey there, how are you?
Hey. Ray actually got in touch with you. And actually, we've been, monitoring the internets lately, and we got to watch all your videos, and you just released your episode 8. That was awesome, and yeah, it was really hilarious. So, welcome to the show. It's great to have you guys as our guest.
Well, it's great to be on your show. I appreciate you asking us.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's everything going? From everything we've seen, everybody's taking the show very well.
It's going really, really well. We couldn't be happier. We did this show because, we all sort of work out here in Los Angeles in the film industry. I write screenplays, and I've acted in some pilots that didn't go to series. And Joe has done a lot of commercials as an actor, and Rick Copp, is a writer who wrote for the Golden Globes at the age of 24, the guy who plays Reggie. And, you get really frustrated trying to set stuff up out here because it's just so hard to set up anything. It's a really tough business. And we decided to do this show because we just got tired of hearing no, so we wanted to do something that nobody can say no to. So we bought the equipment, and then Rick whipped out the scripts pretty quickly, and then we cast it very quickly. We only had one day of casting, and then we started shooting in March, and then we, got it up online, and the response has been so much bigger than we ever anticipated. I mean, we sort of did this like, we'll see who watches our little web show, and it's just gotten a huge response. We're going to hit I think 1 million views in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
On all the episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
which
great.
Is pretty amazing, yeah. But if you add up our Vimeo hits with our YouTube hits, it's going to hit 1 million probably, I think, in 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish we had the 1 million.
And people are... What's that?
I wish we had 1 million in our shows, but go ahead.
Oh, we've just been so lucky. I mean, we did sort of, we're good about publicizing it. Thank goodness for Facebook. That has been a huge thing because, now you can just get to so many people through Facebook. There's so many bear clubs and gay clubs, and and so getting the word out that way has been just really great. The tool, and then people just love the show, which is so gratifying because we just didn't know if people would think it was funny or not. I mean, we think it's funny. But, you never know if people are going to laugh or not. Yeah. And the comments we're getting are just great. People saying how much they love it and how much they look forward to each episode. And everybody's, when's the DVD coming out? And we definitely are going to have a DVD of a full version cut together with a lot of fun extras and stuff around Thanksgiving. And so, like I said, we're just really happy about it. It's been a really positive experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think everybody's enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Good.
When y'all were sitting around in the hot tub in Palm Springs coming up with this idea, what else?
That is actually how it came about. Rick Copp owns a condo in Palm Springs, and we were there last Thanksgiving, and we were sort of talking about frustration of, what we go through trying to sell other projects. And so Rick had this title floating around his head for a while, and, it's a great title, I think. And then, but he didn't really know what it was. I mean, I think he sort of had an idea of like, Rick writes mystery novels, so he definitely knew he wanted to do a mystery some sort of mystery comedy series. And then when he kept thinking about that title, he just put it together like, in the hot tub, the three of us were like, oh, well, yeah, it's a comedy mystery with bears. And then we always loved the Golden Girls, and he wrote for the Golden Girls. So then we realized, we could sort of make it sort of like a Golden Girls meets Murder, She Wrote with bears.
Yeah.
And once that sort of solidified, then he went off and wrote the script and came up with the whole mystery and everything. And then we sort of polished the script as we shot. We I added some funny stuff because we're both writers as well. But especially, the whole arc of the show, the mystery and everything, that's all Rick Copp and his genius. He's amazing.
Well, that's pretty good because usually when you get bears in a hot tub, that's not what happens.
Yeah, exactly. They don't brainstorm that series.
Yeah,
basically you brainstorm porn ideas, probably.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Or they try to reenact porn scenes. Usually is what happens, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like
But,
that.
yeah, it really sort of came about in the hot tub, and we had a few drinks, and then we just sort of committed to it. We were like, you know what, let's do this. Let's just do this show. Let's get it made.
So, can Joe hear us?
You want me to hand off the phone to Joe?
Yeah, we got a question for him.
Okay, Joe, I'm going to let you talk for a minute. Hey there.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Hey, our question for you.
Hey.
So in the all the press stuff I've seen, it says that you're kind of like the Rose character. Why aren't you Blanche in the series? You're the ex porn star.
Oh my God, I should be, but I let Rick write it, and otherwise I would have had my character have a lot more bedroom scenes with hot guys. No, we just first off we thought that I would play the big stupid guy, and then I think later into it was like, oh, why don't I be an ex-cult model? Like I could have ever been a cult model. But
Yeah, I was about to ask that if you were really a cult model in real life before.
No, I wish. I've never been in shape in my life. I think you have to be in shape to be a cult model. But we just thought, you know what? I think that's a funny visual. Like it's this guy that's just like, used to be a hunk, and that maybe he has a following and people, from the past that we don't even know about. And it just seemed like there would be a lot of opportunities for stupid humor for my character.
That's true.
So, well, at least you got to have a good scene with Harry Potter.
Oh my God, I've been a fan of Pete's for a long time. He actually works. One of his jobs is he's a doorman at the Fault Line Bar out here in LA.
Yeah.
And sort of had a crush on him for years, and just talked with him. Just hi, basically. That's all I've ever said. And then when we were getting ready to do this series, we realized we needed a hot guy for this one role. I was like a little schoolgirl. Like I went up to him and I'm like, I'm sure you won't be interested, but we're doing this Bear web series, and you don't know me, but I think it'd be really funny. And anyway, I'll send you a Facebook friend request if you're interested. He's like, what? Come over here and start talking. He's like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And
oh, nice. Okay.
The same thing. You haven't seen episodes yet take place at the Eagle, but we have a couple of the big muscle guys that work there. The real names are Jesse Melly and James Parr, and the players are the like henchmen of the owner. And it's another one of the things. I was at the Eagle one night, and I saw them both in there. And I'd never met them. And I just was like, I had enough tears in me, walked up and said, I'm doing this Bear web series. Would you be interested in shooting next week? And they're like, sure. I think none of them thought it was going to be anything. Like they just thought it's going to be a ridiculously stupid, little video project that this nerd is doing.
Yeah. So you guys are a couple for 18 years, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Seems like a lot longer.
A lot longer, right? So, as a couple working together, how is it? How is it when you guys are working together?
Well, you know what? We actually made a conscious choice. We haven't worked together in the past, all these years, just because we know that it puts a lot of stress on relationships, and we've seen it with other people that have done it, and we just thought, we love each other. We're both creative. Let's just do our separate things, and support each other. But this project, it just seemed like this was the opportunity for us all to kind of be together. I actually was not interested in being in it at the beginning. I just wanted to direct, because it's really hard to be in a scene and direct and stuff, especially on low budgets, because you're wearing so many hats already. That you're the craft service, and you're the set designers, you're the costume, you're everything.
You're everything.
So I wasn't going to do it, and then we thought, you know what? I mean, we're doing this for no budget. To have to get an actor there for all those episodes, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. We didn't know someone that could play the part right off the bat. So it was like, and then I also thought, you know what? I kind of want the fun of the three of us going to maybe bear events in the future, and we're like, oh yeah, we're the guys that are in where the bears are, and it was really fun, and and if I was just directing, I'd miss out on that a little bit. So we thought, let's just do it, and I'm really glad I did. I mean, I really enjoy my character.
I think the fun is I like your lines. I like your one-liners there. I love it.
Thank you. I think I have the easiest part, because Ben has to get out. His character gets out so much exposition, and his character and Rick's character both talk so much and get out so much stuff. Where I love being the big dumb guy. Just line and it's so much easier.
It's so much easier. Yeah. So right now,
it just needs.
It took you what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. It took you what?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. It's even easier. Just learning the lines and to do the scenes. I mean, we had a crazy schedule shooting this thing, and there's a lot of days. We're editing and we're shooting and we're doing all the stuff that it was tiring.
Yeah, weren't you guys improvising? You guys were improvising at some points, right?
Yeah, definitely some things we improvised, but it was pretty much set. I mean, there would be moments that would be improvised, like definitely the scene I did with Harry Potter and all his dancing was just, basically he danced for me. So all the stuff I made out there was just me coming up with, crazy, sexy bitch fish. I don't know where that came from, but
which came from. So despite all of that, you were watching Harry Potter. Did you really get a hard on? No, don't answer that. No, I'm kidding.
I'll let you decide.
Okay, I think I would myself.
That was one of those scenes that it was kind of tough at the same time, because I think it's a really funny scene and I'm really proud of it. And I think it's great, but it could have been really gross if you think about some girls giving you a blowjob so that some guy has to strip for you and dance. Like, it's, if it was played very realistic, it might not be so funny. But since it was so kind of over the top and crazy, and the things I'm calling out are ridiculous, I think it makes it more accessible and and a funnier thing.
Okay.
Do you guys think that the internet's is the great frontier for new shows, getting them around Hollywood?
Yeah. You know what? We've been talking about that, and we think it's sort of like the golden era of television, and it's like, it's this new frontier, absolutely, and it hasn't been figured out yet, and it hasn't been figured out how to necessarily monetize it, make money from it. I think we're trying to figure out ways to do that, but I think, I would have killed to have this technology that we have today. When I was a kid, I would have been going crazy making movies on my street and putting them online, and I tried to get over that and just go, you know what? The technology is there that now, we're whatever age we are right now, let's make whatever works for us right now. And basically anybody could have their own TV station out of their house. They could shoot something, edit it, put music, put it up, and you don't even have to find distributors anymore. You just have to have Facebook or something and get people to come to your page.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
Why
pretty
we
much-
podcast.
That's why we podcast. that's pretty much
Exactly.
what we do. Do a low budget equipment. Just have friends over. Just Ray and I just talking and recording it and sharing it to our friends and people watching it. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yours,
Yeah, absolutely.
but yours really involve a lot of. You have to do a script, which actually you guys have already in mind already, so that makes it easier. And you have great actors,
Yeah.
and you guys are very experienced. I could tell, and and a very good chemistry. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, the three of us have been friends for 15 years with Rick. So we have a shorthand. We say that these are exaggerated versions of ourselves, but it's not true. But it's how we goof around with each other already. So it works really well. Like we didn't have to play the friendship or whatever if that's already there.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I mean, that helps a lot if you guys are friends and working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So how do you and Ben feel about how bears are portrayed in TV today, whether they're straight bears or gay bears? I mean, we have this discussion all the time because I guess our last one was about Game of Thrones. We were talking about every time somebody gets killed, it's the fat guy.
You know what? I don't. I haven't watched. It's hard to say I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but I think it's funny if every time the guy gets killed, he's a fat guy. That's funny.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how I feel about how bears are portrayed in the industry. I never really even thought about it. I more thought about like how gays are portrayed, and I know that I've definitely wanted like to see people that are more like me in TV and movies, and that it's not an issue. Like we love Bear City. We're friends with Doug Langway and love his movies. But one thing that I think that's different about ours than his, other than ours a web series and a murder mystery and more of a sitcom, is that his is very much about bears, and they talk about bears and cubs and lingo and bear speak and all that stuff. Whereas we decided to make our world about visually everybody's bears or bear related, but it isn't something that we talk about all the time. It isn't something that because that's how we are with our friends. We're not necessarily like, oh, look at that bear over there, or let's go do something bear related, or this is a bear thing. We go to all those events, but we don't talk about it like that. It's just we're gonna go see those people at the bar. We're gonna go. That guy's hot. That guy. Oh, I love his beard. I love his chest hair. I love stuff, but it's not. It's not every word is about bears.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, the one of the things I like about the show is, the whole flashbacks of Nelson's birthday party. I've been to that party.
I know.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of funny. It's like,
I think we've all been to one of those.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think we've all been to one of those birthdays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's good. The material's very good that people can relate to it, especially in the bear community. Because I don't think there's anything y'all have done that's out of the ordinary for a normal weekend of a bunch of bears hanging out doing crazy stuff. Other than the murder, I don't think that's. If it's happened, we ain't been involved.
You just had to have a twist. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is with people living these days. It doesn't necessarily to be everything bear. You have to live your life. You guys have fun, have cocktails, and laugh and stuff like that. So you're doing the normal things, except that in this case, in your show, it's a murder mystery.
Yes. Which I think is really fun. I mean, we really actually thought, we didn't even realize it when we started, but like having the murder mystery makes it so perfect for webisodes because it's so episodic, and each episode we get another clue and we learn a little more about it. And it's really worked out to be a very good device for us.
Okay. Yeah. How many episodes do you plan to make?
Well, we already made them. There's 25 episodes in this first season.
And you say sorry. You say first season like there's going to be a I said you say first season like there's going to be a second season.
Oh yeah. We're planning on it.
Okay.
We're hoping to get a sponsor or something for our second season, maybe some kind of alcohol or something. But either way, we'll just do it the same way we did the first
Some
season.
kind of alcohol.
But yeah, we Rick's right now. We're all brainstorming on what the second season could be, and this has been such a positive and amazing experience that we definitely want to do something. But it's all shot. The whole first season's shot, and it's almost all edited. We're down to like the last 4 episodes we're editing right now. But we're very excited that the ending's coming out so good. We just the editor showed us one today that we're like, oh my god, we got like goosebumps on our arms. It's really
Nice.
it's really kind of suspenseful and scary, and we're like, oh my god, it's gonna pay off in the end. It's not gonna just lay there at the end, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is Ian doing the editing besides walking around looking sexy all the time? Is he doing any of the editing?
He's not. He is an editor, but he's actually finishing up a movie with Ray Liotta right now.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to get
Oh.
his first editor's credit all by himself, and it's a big deal. He went straight from that from shooting our thing onto that, and he's been working nonstop until I think he just turned in the final edit like this week.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could we get Ben
Yeah.
back for a second?
Yeah, well, it's very nice talking to you guys. I'll
Nice.
give you Ben back.
Okay.
And, you guys have a good time.
All
All
right,
right, Ben,
thanks.
thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
Hey there,
Hey,
Hey,
Ben.
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 Hey. All right. My question for
Hey.
you is, how many retakes of the scenes between you and Ian are there?
How many times did we shoot each take?
Yes, because I know practice makes perfect
With Ian.
with Ian.
Well, exactly. I kept wanting more takes because I just wanted to make sure I got it absolutely right. I wouldn't want anything bad, any phoniness. I wanted it to be really accurate. So, no, I kept going. Let's shoot that again. No, it was actually really interesting. Ian and I didn't know each other at all. I mean, I
Nice.
knew him from the audition.
Uh-huh.
And then the very first day of shooting, or, very first thing we shot was that bedroom scene in our underwear. And so, yeah, I mean, you want to think, oh, wow, this is going to be really fun and everything. And I tell you, I was pretty nervous, actually. I was kind of shaking. I was so nervous. But
Nice.
he totally put me at ease. He was like, I think he was a little nervous. He's like, okay, it's going to be fine. And then we even, before the cameras rolled, we sort of were like, well, maybe we probably should make out for a minute just so that we're not doing it, on camera for the first time awkwardly. So that was kind of fun.
Nice. Let's make out first before the
That
real
was
thing.
kind of fun.
It's like fluffing each
And,
other.
and of course, you tell Joe it's for art.
Yeah, it's
all
like,
for
all right,
art.
well, we just didn't want it to look, really awkward or weird. So, yeah, we made out a little bit before the cameras rolled, and then it's like, okay, this will be fine. We're great. So,
Okay.
And then we shot. And he's a really good actor, actually. I just can't say enough about him. We're thrilled to have him in the show because he's really sexy and he's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we just need more underwear scenes.
Yep, that's true.
I know. But poor Ian, though. We have him in his underwear a lot.
Oh,
He's
definitely.
a trooper.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there going to be a dream sex orgy scene between Joe, Ian, Chad, Mario, and Pete? And if,
Well, we can always make a note of that. Joe, they want an orgy scene with you, Chad, Ian, Pete, and
Mario.
somebody else. I can't
Mario.
remember the other- Mario. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Who knows? Maybe season 2.
Yeah. And tell Joe I'll come guest direct that for him so he can focus on the scene.
They want to guest direct that episode.
That'd be awesome.
But
Yeah, we actually use a lot of restraint because we we had like Chad in his underwear I think at one point for that fantasy, and then Pete doing his strip tease. But yeah, we sort of I guess we could go a little further with the underwear maybe next season.
Oh, okay.
it could be a dream that Rick's having.
Exactly. 'cause
So-
his character, he likes the sex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Actually, in future episodes, he gets a little more sex going.
Oh, okay.
Rick does.
So he's not barren like you was talking about with the Sharon Tate thing earlier in the season.
Right. Yeah. let's get laid at one point in the show.
That's
I think
good.
was it?
This character does.
Yeah, he has the best scene where he's talking about I can go bottom for this one or I can go top this one around the corner. I thought that was hilarious.
Right. Yeah.
Love
Funny.
it.
Got all this. Or,
Wow.
do y'all have any tie?
Really funny.
Do y'all have any tie to Houston? I know that some of the bars here are doing a weekly showing of the show, and I didn't know if y'all had any ties here in Houston.
Yeah, the Montrose Star magazine has been really good to us. They were one of the first magazines to want to do a story about us, actually.
Yeah.
And Angela Snell over there has been really great. And then she sort of organized the night at Charlie's, or is that what? Or George's. I'm sorry,
George's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess that went really well, and it's been going really well, and so they've just been wonderful. And then This Week in Texas just did a story about us, too, in Houston.
Yeah, lots of bear lovers here.
So
What's that?
Well, lots of bear lovers here, especially in the Montrose Star, I guess.
yes.
There are lots of bear lovers in Houston?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yes. If y'all ever do, if y'all,
Oh, well, I actually used to go to Houston. My parents used to live there
Okay.
back in the 90s when I was out of college. And I went to visit them a couple times, and I actually had a funny story about that. My sister's gay also, and she and I went to visit, I think it was around the holidays, to Houston. And, we didn't really know anybody because they moved to Houston after, I didn't grow up there. And so I didn't really know anybody in Houston or anything. And we were sitting around one day, and we were sort of bored. And my parents are so great. Like, they're just wonderful people. And my dad looked at me and he goes, well, what do you say? You want me to go drive you kids over to the gay neighborhood? So he took us on a drive over to Montrose and showed us the gay neighborhood.
Yeah.
We actually had, we're both writers and actors, and we were doing some stuff back in the early 90s, on stage here in L.A. I was doing a show, and then, I don't know, we just knew, we sort of ran in the same circles through theater, we knew some of the same people in theater. And actually, we were sort of set up by friends. Everybody kept saying to me, you should be dating that Joe Dietl, and they were saying the same thing to him about me. And I always thought he was really hot, and he was attracted to me.
Nice.
No, the first time he saw me, I was dressed as a woman because I was playing a woman in a play. Like why he was attracted to me, I have no clue. No, he obviously saw me out of the costume, but we just people kept pushing us together, sort of, and we were sort of, shy about it, and then one friend in particular, this friend of ours, she said she actually lied to both of us to get us together. She goes, "We're going over to this bar." She said to Joe, "We're going over to this bar, and Ben Zook insists that you come over there." And then she came to me and said, "We're going over to this bar, and Joe Dietl is insisting you come meet him." And so we did, and then we got together right away. I was like the lesbian with the U-Haul. I moved in with them on the third. Was it the third day?
Third date?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Third
Really?
date,
Wow. Okay, that's fast.
Yeah. And we've been together now 18 years.
Nice. And you all are based in LA all along. I mean, you guys have been living in LA all along.
Wait, I'm sorry?
In LA, you guys live in LA for all this time?
Yeah.
how many cats?
How many cats?
Yeah. Well, you did the whole.
Two.
Okay.
Aha! That's right.
Well, you did the whole lesbian U-Haul.
We
You
have two cats.
You had to have two. You had to have
They're
cats.
brothers, Dexter and Frankie, and they're great. We love them.
Awesome.
What advice do you have for other couples since 18 years is almost like a lifetime in gay years? So.
Yeah, it is. I the only advice I ever have is that I think sometimes the more you have in common, I don't know. I think it's different for every couple, but speaking in generalities, I think the more you have in common, it is a little better because, if you have too many things that aren't in sync, I just don't see how you can last for a long time. I mean, you have to have separate interests as well. But I think what's worked for he and I is that we do share the same love of what we do. As performers, we both love to act and to write and to direct and to create things and comedy, and that's definitely helped us, having that in common. So we understand each other's struggles a lot. Like, when he doesn't book a job, I understand how frustrating that is as an actor. Commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives through all my stuff with screenwriting. It can be very soul-killing at times. And so having that understanding of each other's business or, careers definitely is great, as opposed to where, if I were something completely, a teacher and he was a fireman, they probably would have a lot in common too, but you know what I'm saying? I just think the common things help. And then also, I think we always make sure we talk about any sort of issue and resolve it in the moment. Mm-hmm. That was a hard lesson for me. Like, in the beginning, I tend to be that kind of person that would be like, sort of hold it in, and like 2 weeks later, like, don't you remember what you said to me 2 weeks ago at the dinner table? Like that kind of stuff.
And he had that.
So stupid. I mean,
and he had that deer.
What's that?
He had that deer and headlight looks on his face when you did that to him.
Yeah, it's so much better to deal with an issue when it happens and just get it over with and talk about it and move on, than holding on to stuff until weeks later. I think we learned that every couple, it's silly to think you'll never have disagreements or fights as a couple. It's all about how you resolve the conflict, not
Mm-hmm.
that, Like I think some couples freak out, like, oh, well, we're fighting a lot, and it's like, well, sure, there's always going to be fights, but it's how you fight is the most important thing, because you can disagree and still love each other and still treat each other with respect, but disagree about something or feel strongly about something, and it's really how you treat each other in that sort of conflict that I think that's why we've been able to stay together, is because we've gotten good at it, of communicating that way with each other.
And it looks like you guys are doing a great job too, and now you guys have your own project. And before we go, let me ask you, what do you guys have some kind of public appearance in the future, or any plans, or maybe a bear run that you guys are going to, or anywhere?
We're hoping to do more appearances in the future. Right now, we're sort of focused on, getting the season finished, the post-production, and then now we're also focused on putting out the DVD around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a standalone episode for the DVD that you can only get by buying the DVD. Also a music video we're shooting with the Temperamentals, or Dave Zukovsky, who did the theme song for the, which is so great. We're doing a music video with them that's going to be on the DVD. And the DVD will have lots of bloopers and extras and deleted scenes.
Okay.
App shots. Maybe even a little nudity, some butts maybe. I'm not sure. We're deciding about that. So that's sort of our goal now. But then once we get the DVD finished, we're really hoping to sort of travel. I would love to have the money to travel around the country and sort of, meet people. Because anytime we go out and do the public thing, here we're in California, we're just having a blast, People it's so much fun to watch the episodes with a crowd. Like, that's really fun. and then we also need to sell DVDs so that we can earn money to make more seasons. Like, that's the big thing. We have to make our money back for season 1, plus we have to make enough money to do another season. So I'm hoping we'll get to travel around and do more appearances so that we can promote the show and do more seasons.
Yes, that's great.
That's cool. Well, if you guys come to Houston, let us know.
Yes, let us know. We'll welcome you to our
Absolutely.
homes.
And the Montrose Star, they've been really pushing us. They're like, you got to come to Houston. So
yes.
Yeah. And then and there's all sorts of bear things on there too, like the Texas Bear Roundup. I think people are like, you definitely should go with that. And is Bear Run a different thing?
Let me see. There's Texas Bear Roundup. That's in Dallas. And over in Houston.
Yeah. That's the one I've heard about.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. I think it's the biggest in the country right now. The last one is about 1,500, 1,600 people came. So that's a big bear.
Okay, that's great.
That's pretty big for people who registered.
Yeah, it's funny. My parents actually lived all over Texas, but I visited them in Houston. They also lived down in Corpus Christi for a few years. I visited them there, and so I used to go to Texas quite a bit, a long time ago. But we'd love to go visit Oh, and I've got a good friend in Austin right now I'd love to see. So, yeah, we'll make it to Texas one of these days.
All right.
Well, good.
That's great,
Keep us
great.
in the loop.
Yes. All right. So, to everyone out there watching and listening, you can check out wherethebearsare.tv. And you can see our stars, Ben Zook and Joe Dietl. So, thank you, Ben and Joe, for joining us. It's awesome that we got to talk to you about your project, and we're looking forward to see more of the episodes.
Oh, thank you guys. It was our pleasure.
So, thank you, Ben and Joe, for being in the show.
Yeah, and y'all check them out on the website, where the bears are.
.tv.
.tv.
Wherethebearsare.tv.
Check them out. Support them. They got a DVD coming out, like they said here,
And
around
Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving. So
they're paying for all this stuff on their own. So hopefully, they'll get some support from the community. I think the episodes are pretty funny. So at least I enjoy them. So
yeah, okay.
I at least enjoy watching Ian, however he says his name.
I think it's Ian. Or Ian. In Manila, it would be Ian.
Yeah, I'd prefer it to be Miss Priest, but
Miss Priest, Mrs. Priest.
yes, but anyway, we got some shout outs. We got a bunch of birthdays this week.
Yes, that's right.
We had Brady Bees over here that we went to the party on Friday night.
Yep.
Saturday night there's a birthday party for Paul, who, if y'all remember, who streaked through one of our episodes.
The streaker, the Asian streaker.
The Asian streaker. His partner's birthday was today.
Oh, okay. He had celebrated today.
That's right.
Today is a Monday, by the way, August 27th.
Yeah,
Okay.
August 27th. It's also, today is Terry L's birthday, my ex. Remember my midlife crisis ex. And of course, from P-Town, Cho. Happy birthday, Cho. Happy 23.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Joe.
birthday, Cho.
Did you hear that, Cho? Dave even said happy birthday. So
Yeah.
and he was very excited last night because he was all wound up because it was his birthday in China, and then he had to wait a couple hours, and it was his birthday here.
Yeah.
So
That's the advantage of having two time zones or living in two time zones.
So
Yeah, that's
and
right.
our friends Michael and Jeffrey went up there this weekend and surprised him and took him a birthday cake.
Oh, in
stuff.
Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's all
It was
excited.
cool. They wrote in Chinese on the cake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
what-
happy birthday, everybody! It's happy
Yeah.
birthdays this week.
And I have to shout out on give a shout out to my hubby right now. Mike is in New Orleans right now. Just he's going to stay. He's going to stay. He's not going to evacuate because it's really, really hard to get out of New Orleans right now. And there's lots of rain, lots of wind by the time this gets out on Wednesday. So they're predicting Wednesday. That's when Isaac
So
is
are
going
you
to
still
arrive
going
there.
down Friday?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Which reminds me, we are going to Sudden Decadence in New Orleans. That's a big event. It's a big gay event. Yes.
Yeah, if it's not.
It's not going to be underwater. It's just going to be windy this week.
Well, I know a lot of hotels have canceled people's reservations because they're posting on Facebook that the hotels were calling them and saying, "Look, we're canceling your reservation because of the hurricane." Blah blah blah.
But even though there's going to be cancellations and the hurricane's going to be there, nothing's going to stop Sudden Decadence.
Well, no, nothing's going to stop it, but
Nothing's gonna
I
stop
know a
it.
lot of people are bummed because they don't want to take the chance.
Yep.
Because trust me, I've been sitting in that traffic coming back from New Orleans on a damn
Me too,
hurricane.
I remember
for
that time.
18 hours.
You remember that time when we recorded the show on the Omni? I think we were on the Omni on top.
Yep. And the
then
hurricane was coming.
Hurricane was coming the day after. CNN was there on the same
That's right. Anderson Cooper was in our hotel.
Yeah, in our hotel that we were staying at.
Is he on Growler?
Yeah, Anderson Cooper and Growler probably.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So
we toughed out a tropical storm last year at Decadence.
yeah,
What's the big
Well, that's a
deal?
tropical storm.
it's only a tropical. This is a tropical
Little
storm, so we'll be good.
hurricane,
So-
hurricane.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
Yeah, Mike
It's
can't
gonna
come
be-
into town because he's gonna. But if something does happen, what are y'all gonna do if y'all don't get to go this weekend? Y'all just gonna stay here?
yeah, probably we can just stay here. I mean, yeah, I'll wait for Mike to evacuate. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he's gonna stay there. So, oh well. Sudden Decadence is not gonna be.
Well, it's gonna be interesting because last year when the tropical storm was going through,
Mm-hmm.
we lost power for that whole day,
Oh yeah.
and we were sweating our asses off because there was no AC.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's gonna have a hurricane watch. You probably won't lose anything this time.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. So good luck to our friends and family there in New Orleans, or around there.
That's right. And if you go to New
Or
Orleans for
Isaac.
Decadence, be careful.
Yeah. Let us know, and maybe we can meet up at the Leather Block Party on Friday night.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be there in the Phoenix, I think.
Or Maynard to meet you upstairs on the pool table.
Maybe at the pool table of the Phoenix. There's no pool table in the Phoenix. No, wait. There's no pool table on the Eagle upstairs.
Eagle,
on the
okay.
Eagle. You're talking about Lafitte's. They have a pool table. Maybe around
Where's
there.
the one that the guy was getting plowed that you were watching the other day?
It's at the Phoenix.
Okay, so
But-
Maynard be up there.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna lose my ring
Very
inside.
into it, all the bars.
I just watch. I just
Just
watch.
bring your own can of Crisco. That's all I'm saying.
I just watch.
You know what he said last week on the podcast?
What?
He said he's never sexted anyone.
No, I do not. I do not do sexting. No, I do not.
Liar!
Sexting is bad for you.
Liar.
Right.
No, texting while you're driving.
And that's the story I'm gonna stick with. Okay, audience, have you sexted? Let us know. Okay.
Oh, please, all of us sexted.
Let us know.
People are like,
Email us.
But
Send us
forward to some of your best sexting messages that you've received.
Yeah, that would be great to know.
Did you
You're sexting. Sexting.
They posted on Facebook.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we gotta go. It's
That's right. You got to get to New Orleans.
I have to
It's
get
gonna
to New
take you
Orleans very
22
soon.
hours to get down there.
Okay, so well, thank you again to our friends at where the Bears are, and Ben and Joe for being in the show. And
That's right.
if you guys want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
Or you can call and leave us a message on the show at on the voicemail line. That's 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR.
Yes, leave a voice message and we'll play it in the show. Subscribe via iTunes and in YouTube. We're also on YouTube. You're
Vimeo.
watching this on YouTube. And Vimeo also. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you everyone for watching and listening, and we'll catch you guys next week. If we survive Isaac. Oh my God.
You survive, Isaac.
If I survive Isaac.
Our luck, everybody staying here in Houston, it'll come to Houston now.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So thank you everyone, and many wolves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear. Podcast your ass. Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear. Podcast your ass. Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear. Podcast your ass. Woof, what a bear.
Like 6 inches.
6 inches. Like one dick away.
1 dick away. Okay.
One dick away.
If it's 1 dick away, I need to get a little bit closer because they're usually about 4 when they're 6. Welcome to Bear Podcast. Shit, I can't remember what episode.